What the heck? Whoa. So you probably noticed this is a different background, and I'm going to reveal it at the end of the show. So stick around. This is one of these little, but wait, there's more kind of things. Let me go to the green room and go see if I can find Bo. He's around here somewhere. There he is. Hi, buddy.
Hey, top of the morning to you, Mr. Brad.
Like the background?
I'm excited to find out what's going on here.
Well, basically what's going on is I just had to move to a different space. I'm living in an apartment currently. We're in the process of looking for a house, and they're putting in new windows. And they're very fast at it, very fast and efficient. I mean, there's like 10 complexes here, all these things. They just came in at about 8 o'clock, because they did about an hour. They replaced 3 windows.
Yeah, it's amazing when you know what you're doing, how efficient you can be.
Exactly. Got the right tools to make it all happen. They got these little things that bzzz, pop it out. Yeah. They did a good job.
Awesome. Okay.
So that's what's going on in my world. Yeah, of course, power tools and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Just deal with it. Yeah. It's one day out of the year, the way I can look at it. Or one day out of 10 years. I don't know if I'll ever have it happen again. So.
Right. So you can tolerate it for a day. It's an experience. It's part of your journey.
An hour. It was an hour, man.
Yeah, not bad.
I kind of look at a lot of things like that. I haven't had a lot of situations. That's one of my little gratitude things for today, is thinking about it. I'm pretty good off, but I mean, you get in your little funks and you start whining and stuff, and we are talking about gratitude.
Hey, there it is.
But I'm healthy. I've got money in the bank. It's not coming in like it was with the event industry, but it's working its way through. I've got investments that are happening. So in comparison to a lot of other people, I know you've been going through some stuff with family and yourself and all that kind of stuff. And I've been hearing other people having situations, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm pretty damn fortunate, because I'm not having that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's good perspective.
Yeah. Life is good considering the alternative.
I agree. Just this morning, we got a negative test back from my youngest daughter. So she's showing symptoms of COVID, but she's negative. So that's a blessing. She might have something else like strep throat or something, but we don't have to quarantine this house down again.
That's nice.
So that's positive. I have my other 2 daughters were directly exposed. And so we got the letter and the call from the principal that they get the pleasure of staying home for 10 days or 7 if they test out, kind of thing. So, because of that, we don't get to go on a college visit on Monday. Ours is going to be our first. I don't get to go see my dad and my mom this Sunday. I don't get to go to a first communion for my goddaughter. I don't get to do those things, but it could be worse. I have a friend of mine whose husband was taken by ambulance from one hospital to another because his condition was not going in the right direction. I mean, that's a problem. That's a real thing to be stressed about. So, yeah, perspective. It's good.
It is perspective. You can look at a lot of things, like you can have the worst thing happen to you where you got caught in a fire and you're all burned. You still have a pulse and people are telling you jokes and you're laughing. Maybe look on the right. It's tough, though, when you start having all sorts of shit happen. Worry less, giggle more. Yes, I think so.
See that? That's a picture of my girls. And I'm going the wrong way. I'm twisting it out. I got my other ones over in the corner there. But yeah, worry less, giggle more. That's the key. And that one, that my daughter was on my back and she sneezed all over me. And the photographer captured it right at the right time. And we just cracking up. So you just got to giggle more. It's important,
It is. It feels good. You just got to make stuff happen. I'm still going through some shifts with my business, kind of wondering, am I done with this event phase or whatever? And I don't think I am, because just like I'm still doing magic, I'm still doing event stuff. I think it's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be something different that's going to be in my 3rd phase of my life.
Good. So, you're good at it. So let it be a part of what you're good at, right?
I'm good at efficiency, I've really discovered. I'm just, I get things done really fast and effortless and efficient.
Sure.
I think I just got that kind of stuff going on.
Have you had another conversation with the Tony Robbins crew since we last spoke? Was that a weekly thing, or was that?
That's happening next Wednesday.
Okay, excellent. Good.
but I finished my homework. Basically, she gave me 5 different avenues, which means all these different shiny objects I've got going on. And then why. I had to do 3 whys. Why is that the thing? And it's interesting because you put those 5 on there, like we talked before about the spaghetti and the lasagna. Well, I got some more Italian food. I found that there's always other.
You get some cavatelli. It's good.
But I know what I want to create, and I was listening to a guy. I can't remember if it was a YouTube or whatever, but it made a lot of sense in that if you create something that's totally new that nobody else is doing, totally new paradigm, you have no competition. You just need to convince people that that's the thing. And I think I have that kind of thing is what I'm trying to create. It's like the whole thing that's happening right now with Facebook and the regulatory, privacy things that are happening. That's disrupting a lot of people's business with that Facebook pixel and the stuff that follows you around, the retargeting. We'll figure out another way to do it, but it's disrupting a lot of people's web pages and stuff. I'm trying to create something that is decentralized that doesn't have that kind of situation. Kind of like how cryptocurrency is, but it's not blockchain technology or anything like that. But instead of building your thing in one spot, like a website that might go down or on a social media platform that might ban you or block you or restrict you, the idea is creating it in different areas and working with other people strategically to make it all happen. And that's that synergy collaborative thing that I'm pulling together.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I see it. I'm watching it. You put some bullet points out about highlights and kind of on the affiliate side, kind of bigger pay, if you will. There's opportunity here. I'm excited.
It's really hard. Here's a little thing for it if anybody's curious.
Check it out.
It's right there. Check it out. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, got it.
But what it is, if people don't understand, it's in my head. And the things that I'm interested in having in this time of my life is time freedom. I want to be able to do these things when we want. And if we don't want to do it, we don't have to. We don't need to be here, but we are. I want geographic freedom. I want to be able to make an income remotely or just an internet cafe in Bali, Indonesia. So I don't need anything. I just need access. Because I think the internet's going to be around for a while. And then the recurring scalable income. I don't want to do something that is one-off kind of thing or hourly compensation kind of thing. I want it to be like, cool, we figured out something that sells for $4.99 and I can help you sell 1 million of them. Will that work for you?
Right.
So those are the things. It's basically about freedom. And it's time, location, and money.
Yeah, it's interesting. I see there's a guy that I know that's in the RV rental business as well, right? And so I had a little bit of history with that and trying to decide what this year is going to look like for me. But this guy, his name's Jason, and I follow him. He's in the middle of like Sedona in a camper van thing. The back doors are wide open. He's got the screen coming down to protect from bugs, and he's out boondocking it, just living life, and kind of takes pictures here and there and shares them. All the while, his business is running. Like he has trust and confidence in delegating tasks or hiring others to run things in his absence so he can have the freedom to go do whatever he wants to do.
Are you familiar with the flywheel model?
We've talked about it, a little bit.
It's kind of how Amazon is built, and it's also kind of how Facebook is built. The way that Zuckerberg put together Facebook, how can he make any money if it's free to have an account? Well, the people that are having free accounts are spinning the flywheel.
That's right. Yep. They're keeping the advertisers happy.
How can I reach in there and get some of that? And they're willing to pay for it. Yeah. So the internet is running around 24/7. Let's talk a little bit about our favorite topic is MailBoxPower.
Yeah. Yes.
Right now, I've got a postcard mailing that I did, and it was pretty easy to do it. I did the QR code thing.
Okay.
With QR codes, our phones now used to have to download an app to scan a QR code. Now phones just scan them. and then direct to a domain. So you don't have to type in synergycollaborative.com. You can just scan it with your phone and boom, it's there. So it was really, really easy to do this postcard. All I did was I went into Canva, which is free. I pulled a graphic I liked. I put a little thing on there that was appealing to me. I dropped it in. Then on the back, also with Canva, you can make the QR codes. So I made a little.
Do you have to have a paid account to do QR codes in Canva? Or can it be free?
No, it's free.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
I hope so, because I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, sure.
There's so much free stuff out here, because that's a whole nother topic, but the whole world's becoming, a lot of things are free.
Yeah.
So it's just got QR codes on there, and they can scan the QR codes. And I did it for MailBoxPower, where they can either join the collaborative kind of thing. I don't even remember what was on there. I'm doing a test for it right now. But my point is, it was really easy to do it. Now it's out there, and I'm paid. The postman's delivering it. I'm not.
Right. Yeah, you did minimal labor.
Exactly.
A little bit of time, a little bit of expense, and let somebody else take it from there, right?
The time goes into the brain figuring out how is this whole thing all going to play out, and then finding the QR code kind of thing. So I just led you on to getting QR codes done through Canva. Now you can go do that. You just go.
Look what happened.
It's easy.
Yeah, I've used a different site, and it was free, but you do wonder, like, is it going to expire? How long is this going to last? I was like qrmonkey.com or something like that, but it was free. And then I think you can get paid things, so you can change colors and do all that stuff for just a basic one. Yeah, of course, they want you in on the free, and then there's other features. But wait, there's more. And then you're like, for $9, I'll do that.
Well, a lot of it, you don't need all the features. I mean, you pay $1,000 for one of these, and all I really need is access to Facebook.
Right.
Almost.
Right.
You know?
So I'm going to send you a link to later today. I'm going to be watching this. I saw some highlights of a video from our friends at MailBoxPower with an idea on a postcard or card usage for promotional. So the example they gave was being in a networking group and developing a card and being kind of the marketing arm of your BNI group or whatever group you might be in, or just reaching out to 10, 15 different business owners, say, hey, here's what I want to do.
What's really cool about this, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll say we have access to this list. So in this case, it might be like, I might be wanting to target for my group, my networking group locally, I might want to target new movers. And we have access to that list, right? New movers to Hutchinson. And I say, you know what, gang, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put all of our graphics and all this. We're going to mail these. I'm going to take care of this. It's going to get down mailed out. It's going to have some type of a QR code, right? For each business, it's going to have some type of way to validate. And then there's, if you have a sale, if you get a referral out of this, then there's a way to work that through. It's a brilliant concept because we have access to the list. We have access to the easy builder. We have free postcards. We have 50-cent greeting cards. You can really turn that into a side thing that helps other local businesses. It's kind of like our own version of Valpak, right? We can do this. We can totally do this. Exactly. And you can charge a fee for this because if it's successful, everybody will pay you.
Well, that's another element of the Synergy Collaborative kind of thing is I've got a lot of tools, but I'm not always using them. You got a garage and it's got rakes and shovels and lawnmowers, and if you're not using them, you might as well let the neighbors use them.
Right.
So that's the collaborative concept. And we've got some friends that came in. My magician friend, Frank Toga, says, good morning. Hey, Frank. How you doing?
Well, hey, Frank. Yeah.
And excellent. Guess who else we have here?
Cindy Lee. Yes.
Of course. She's got her mailbox QR codes, 12 by 12 stick up. There we go. Cool.
Look at that. She dropped your link right there.
You did. She put my little mailbox pot. Thank you, Cindy Lee.
Look at that. She is a connector.
Exactly. That's Cindy Lee, the connector. So that's another concept of it that, maybe someone doesn't want to have MailBoxPower, but they'd like to use it. Okay, I can use my MailBoxPower account and charge them a fee to put something together for them or do a collaborative. And then they can look at it and go, you know what? I really liked how this worked. I'm going to give it a shot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So try it before you buy it kind of thing. It's a powerful thing. I think it's really, really cool. And it's just tip of the iceberg that, people see it and go, okay, you can send out postcards and cookies. I can do that by myself. No, you
Right.
don't understand. There's a lot more to it. That's like saying with a car, yeah, I can go from, here to the neighbor's house. There's a lot more going on under the
There's
hood.
a whole lot more going on there. Yeah, that's a good point. And you talk about kind of, it's fun to use. We can do it where we can send out 1,000, right, automated, and use the merge fields, and that's amazing. And yet, they still have the ability to do the one-off, really heartfelt things. I'll give you this example. Maybe I talked about this before, but I have a newer manager, okay? And she's off to a great start. She's doing a phenomenal job with our team. And we're in a different space, right? She has to literally get permission to come out and see us. They have to pilot because we're coming out of this. And now you have to be, say, yeah, come out and visit me, right? And it's tough to build a relationship when everything you're doing is Zoom. And you can't just go to lunch. You can't talk. You can't, you know what I mean? It's just kind of different. But anyways,
Yeah.
she had shared a picture of her and her son on a journey down. He's a really a high level athlete, and they had taken a picture on. I'm afraid of heights. Just put it out there. I'm very afraid of heights, and she has this picture of them on the whatever's over the Hoover Dam, the highway they built. It's just super high up, and it's horrible. I've been on it. I don't like it. And she had a picture there with him, and then and I just saw it on Facebook, so I made a card and recognize that, and that's really the moments that matter, and that things are going great, keep it up, and then I sent a couple luggage tags that recognizing the journey she's on in her life and with her family and all this stuff, and I sent it, and they had been delivered, and it's funny, not funny, someone had crunched her mailbox, like knocked it over, like small
Right.
town kind of, you drive around and you hit them off. And
Right.
so she's laying in bed with her kid and hears the sound and was like, oh my goodness. So she had no mailbox, so they weren't delivering mail. So when it was delivered, it wasn't delivered to her house. So she said you could share the story that she literally had no mailbox, but she eventually got the contents of what should have been in her mailbox. And when she did, she's like, wait a second, I haven't ordered anything off Etsy or Pinterest or anything like that. And opens this box that I had sent using MailBoxPower and was just really touched. And that's awesome. I love the power of that. I love those things, but I also love the consistent things that I have, such as the birthday program, that people
I need
are
to get
reading.
more into a birthday type thing. I know that's a powerful.
I get messages and calls and Facebook things all the time from people that received the half birthday or birthday gift, and they're just blown away. And I have it on an automated thing, and I love making their day. It's so awesome.
What's really cool about the birthdays and sending the brownies and doing a nice customized graphic about it is because I sent something to my friend Sean Paul, I sent something to my friend Mark, and I sent something to my friend Terry. And they posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, it happens.
Instead of begging people, would you please like my page, send them something, and it happens automatically.
Yep, there it is.
And it happens because I look at the law of physics. They've got things like a force in motion tends to stay in motion. There's also, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you give something, like, have you ever gone over to someone's house for something and they got you a gift, but you didn't get something for them? Mm-hmm. Immediately have that feeling of, I should have got something for them. You immediately have a feeling of reciprocation.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that as a psychological tactic or anything like that, but when you send somebody something, they feel obligated to respond.
To give you a little bit of love, yeah.
And they do. That's what's really, really cool about it. And you never know what's going to happen. If they're going to give you a business referral, or they're going to send you a gift back, or they're going to buy you dinner, or they're going to start doing business with you, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. The concept of giving something before you get it. I mean, it doesn't happen at restaurants. You pay after, but usually you get a Starbucks coffee. You usually pay for the coffee, then you get the coffee.
That's right. Good point. Speaking of showing up somewhere with a gift, right? So hopefully more and more that's going to be happening, right? Where we're going to be interacting with each other and going to people's homes and all that. But one of our stars in MailBoxPower, Vanessa Hunter, right? I heard her talking about how she always has some of our stick ups, right? These are like fabric stickers that are restickable, and they're really, really high quality, and they don't leave a residue, and they're really nice. You can put whatever you want on them. You can put photos and everything. And I've sent those as a gift before. They're phenomenal. They come in a big roll like a poster. But she keeps those that have specific labels or designs that you can get in our design store. And if she's a last minute gift, she'll grab a bottle of wine and she puts a stick up on it. It becomes a very personalized gift.
Sure.
Yeah, and she just has these on hand now because she realized that there's been many times in a pinch she had a actual physical gift to just give somebody, and I love that idea.
That's another thing that's cool with Mailbox Power is when you get involved, you're in this group and people share real creative ideas with something as simple as a postcard or a mailable gift. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell anybody if you're in the network marketing space or anything like that. Just yesterday, they had a lunch and learn with Steve Schultz, who's a multi-million-dollar over his career network marketing master, along with Vanessa, both of them, and Joe. All three of them were on a lunch and learn to talk about the power of this system and really good ways about building that kind of a business. And I'd encourage anybody to go check that out. You can go to Mailbox Power. Not .com. You got to go to the YouTube page, Mailbox Power, I think, to find it. But or our homepage, Mailbox Power on Facebook, and you can see that lunch and learn, and it's worth watching because it can help you build that business.
Well, there's always new ideas coming out, and that's one of the things that a person has to do is kind of stay on top of things because things are always changing, and they always have. Just because the sun comes up in the morning, it comes up different every morning. Didn't you just post an awesome sunset?
Yeah, and matter of fact, I'll tell you what, last night was even better. I didn't take the picture of it, but last night was stunning, just stunning. And you're right, it's different every night, and it rises different every morning.
Yep,
and that's one of my kids used to kind of make fun of me a little bit about it because we see our sunsets that we see consistently are very good. And I make a point to say, look at that, look at that, look at that. Like, you got to pause for just a second. That's like smelling the roses, right? But this one, you're opening your eyes and just acknowledging the glory of what's happening. The day's coming.
It doesn't last long.
It's beautiful. No, they go quick. And so now I don't have to even tell them to look at it. They'll tell me, Dad, did you see the sunset?
Yes, I did.
It's a bit contagious. I don't miss it. So, yeah. So what else are we grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my wife. She's a rock star, making things happen.
I love it.
This house hunting and stuff. She's really, really on it. And today, when we had to move furniture and stuff for these window installer people, she was like all over it, just moving around fast. Like, they're not going to be here for an hour. Chill out a little bit, but she just knocks it out. So
she's a rock star. That's awesome.
And you, I'm always appreciative of you.
I'm delighted.
After the pandemic is done and I get to see other people, you'll kind of take second seat or something. But I don't know.
That sounds good. But at one point or another, we're going to go share a T-Rex cookie.
Good idea to share them, kind of big.
Or each have our own for sure. Quick question on the housing hunt. So, are you working with a realtor? Are you guys trying to do this on your own, or how's that process for you?
We got a realtor.
Good. Okay.
Monica then found the realtor. Seeking out someone that's had a similar vibe to us and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, you gotta like who you're working with. That's awesome. Well, my fingers are crossed for you that the perfect house is is the one you find.
We're not in a hurry. Ironically, this one that we're looking at now is in my same neighborhood I grew up in, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, if it ends up being the same house you moved in, like I've lived in the same house twice when I was a kid, which is most people haven't done. It won't be
the same house. That house is my brother's living there.
Okay, that's right. You said that. That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, cool, y'all. We've been on for 24 minutes. Maybe we ought to shoot this one down.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I'll say. I'm just real quick for gratefulness. I am very grateful that. Of all the people that kept lifting our family up in prayers and that are continuing to do so, and thoughts and vibes and energy. And I just did a quick Facebook thing yesterday and kind of asking for some new ones, right? For some people that are going through some challenges. We have extended family member that had open heart surgery. We know what that's like. And so far so good on the recovery on that process. We, like I said, a friend, her her husband's going through some really tough medical things right now, and there's that. We were a little concerned about coronavirus in our house, and we're past that. So I'm with you. You start off, man. I'm really blessed with my health, and the majority of my family's health, and so thankful for that. And the fact that I couldn't go to my networking meeting this morning because I'm trying to be responsible, but that also meant I slept in.
There's
so that was pretty.
another side to the coin all the time, isn't there?
I'll take that. That was great.
Well, let's do the unveiling so people know where I am right now.
Please, yes.
Take this off.
You got this all figured out.
I do. Can you guess where I am in my undisclosed location?
Are you in the bathroom?
How did you know?
Are you really? Is that a shower curtain?
Here's my towel. The bathtub. That's the bathtub. Yes.
That's fantastic.
I got to let you know. So you can broadcast from anywhere. The Magic Bread Show.
That's awesome, man.
It's very cool. I'm going to put you in the green room, and we'll talk.
Sounds good.
Stand by. Peace. Well, there's my friend Bo. Here I am in the shower. Yeah, we had people putting in the windows in the house if you tuned in late, and they're just finishing up now. So, peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Bread signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be safe. And if you're interested in Mailbox Power, go ahead, join us. See you later. Bye. See ya. I don't know where to go.